What's up, you guys? I hope you are doing well. Boom, 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 boom. Because I'm doing great. Hope you've had a lovely week. Yeah, man, I just hope that you are doing well, like physically, mentally, spiritually. Guys, I really hope you are doing well. So, I just want to first say thank you so much for the engagement on YouTube, as well as any podcast platform you're using to listen to our podcast. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for rating the show. So if you're on any podcast platform that uses the audio version, you can actually rate our show and give us a 5-star. Thank you for doing that. If you haven't yet, please go over there and just rate us and say, struggle today, cope tomorrow has changed my life. It's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the videos, for commenting, for liking, and please do subscribe if you haven't yet. If you're new, I hope you stay. I hope you enjoy what you see. But guys, today, as you can see, I'm by myself. It has been a while, right? I think it has been amazing, and I'm still gonna do a lot of those where I interview people. I think it's important every now and again for you guys to hear my thoughts as well, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I am your host, so I feel like I've been engaging other people as a lot of people, and now I think today's a good day for me to just sit down with you and just catch up. Thank you guys. I don't want to ramble too much, so let's get into the video. Today's video is very laid back, and we're just gonna be talking about just random thoughts that I have been thinking about over the past couple of months, I think. So now I've just put it into words, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Guys, this English sometimes. So I'm gonna share my thoughts with you guys, what has been happening since I've turned 25. I think a lot of these revelations came since I turned 25, and with having conversation with a couple of friends, with family members, and I've seen that, wow, like I really needed that, and I'm really growing as a person. So today's episode is titled Random Thoughts. So I went to see my friend's family this weekend, and we drove to Limpopo, right? I wasn't driving, by the way. So I was just writing down notes. It was so nice and refreshing and therapeutic, the drive there. Guys, drive to Limpopo, guys. Like, the trees, the scenery, it was just so amazing. Oh, dreamy. So now I was just taking notes because my mind was so clear. And I started writing down these notes, and this is what I came up with. I've just realized that, actually, I'm so happy being happy. I'm so happy being happy, guys. I know that sounds silly, right? But I think I'm not the only one, right, who struggled with the idea of being happy. You just feel like you need to suffer in order to seem strong, in order to seem that you're successful, or you're working towards something successful. It must hurt. At gym, when you're exercising at gym and your muscles feel horrible, you feel like, I'm burning the calories. Listen, tomorrow you're expecting to see a flat tummy because why did it burn so much? So that's how I looked at life as well. It has to be so horrible for me to see that something is working, that I'm working towards something, right? And I think, yes, it's good to suffer a bit, but sometimes too much suffering can be detrimental, because you lose focus and you lose motivation and encouragement. You just don't get encouraged anymore. You're just like, hey, this is horrible. But I think I'm learning to be in a place where, just because I'm enjoying life doesn't mean I'm not progressing in life. So I recently finished my articles in accounting, in auditing, right? So I did audit, and before that, even in high school, like I don't know what to name it, right? But I remember just being such a sad person at some point, and I lost so much weight, and I just wanted to sleep the whole time. I don't want to spend time with my friends. I went to boarding school, right? But yeah, the last year in boarding school was just a mess for me. In matric, it was a lot. I was just tired of just working and working and working, and yeah, it was just a horrible experience. Like my grades dropped, yeah, and I was a mess, guys. And from there, I think it was just this thing that I didn't understand until finally in varsity I had a breakdown, and I had to be rushed to hospital, yeah, and be treated for anxiety and depression, right? And yeah, then after that, a lot has happened since then, like in my personal life as well as academics. If you haven't listened to that podcast yet, it's called Get to Know Me. So I'll leave the link down below. It came before we advanced to YouTube, so please go check it out on any podcast platform you use. Check out that audio where I speak about my varsity experience. It was something else. So yeah, guys, it was just been a very interesting journey and experiencing a lot of sad stuff and a lot of mental heartache. Is that even a thing? But you guys, yeah, my mental health was not in a good space. I don't think mental heartache is a thing, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so now I was like, actually, I'm happy with being happy. Like, and I was like, yo, if I'm suffering and I'm going through all of these things and people are seeing it, that yo, we are Goa, and then people will be like, wow, she's very strong, ne? And I wanted to be known for being strong, guys, like deep down. And I was like, you'd be like crying. Like, I don't cry, I just soldier on for being the strongest girl ever. And now I'm like, no, I want to enjoy my life. Like, I'm 25. I actually just want to enjoy my life. I don't want to be a miserable person. And it's okay. Like, you don't have to. So basically the point I'm trying to get to everyone today is that you don't have to suffer, right, to feel that you're succeeding, you're going somewhere with life. You don't have to suffer to succeed, if that makes sense. There'll be discomfort, right? Because there's crashing and you have to learn a lot. Like, that is not always comfortable for a lot of people. Some people enjoy learning and being uncomfortable and being challenged. Some of us are like, I want to know it first time. Like, no, not trying to suffer. But there's that suffering, man, that's very deep and intense, and it's not necessary. And I'm like, this year, not enjoyment. I'm gonna enjoy my life to the fullest. So yeah, that's the first point. And yeah, so if I'm looking down, I'm checking my notes. So the second point is sorry guys, waiting for a certain season in your life to happen, like a beautiful experience to happen before you can enjoy life. Terrible idea, because that day will never come. Like not that it will never come. Definitely you will experience good things, but what I'm trying to say is that celebrate every day as it comes. Obviously sometimes it's hard because you're going through things that, like, it's just a lot, but like, it's so problematic, this idea, because you can't wait for that certain event for you to be happy, right? You need to be happy with where you are right now, with what you have. Guys, I don't want to lie, so let me not say anything. I was gonna say there's a scripture, but let me not, because I'm not sure. Anyway, but you need to appreciate the little that you have, so that God can bless you with more. Like, take care of what you have. I think it is a scripture, guys. Yes. And I think I've just been on that route. Like, after passing matric, go get the degree, girl. Go get the bag. After getting the bag, go do your articles. After articles, qualify, as a CA, because I did the CA route. After qualifying, buy a house, buy a car. Like, the list just goes on, guys. Do you see where I'm going with this? So if you're always waiting for that moment to enjoy life and celebrate life, like, we'll never be happy, because those big moments don't come every day, right? So And so I'm learning to appreciate each day as it comes. Like today, I'm happy that my skin is glowing. It might seem like a small thing, guys. But I struggle with my skin a lot, and yeah, one of my insecurities. So like such things can be exciting, right? The fact that today you're not cooking, you're gonna have a takeout, like just like celebrate the small things and not wait for the big things, because you end up just chasing and you're never grateful. Because I saw, like, before I left, so I have a housemate who turned out to be a very good friend and a sister to me. And before I met her, I never used to celebrate anything. Like even in high school, when I did well, like I passed with distinctions, guys, but I never celebrated. It was like, I still have June exam, I still have final exams, so I never celebrated. And I started living with her, and like I got a conviction. I got so convicted, guys, because literally she will celebrate that. I don't know. I don't even know how to say that. Like she got a job or she got paid. Like it'll be like a celebration. Like let's play music, let's dance. Not like yay, I got paid. Then it's like 2 seconds and then it ends. Like proper celebration. Even when we got what's this? When we graduated for our postgrad, it was during COVID, and the graduation was supposed to take place during COVID, and we were here, so we couldn't go to celebrate at the university. And I was like, nah, we don't have to celebrate because now I have a board exam that I have to write. So after your 4 years of school, then you have to write your 2 board exams, right? So I was like, because I kept on failing this first board exam. And I'm like, what's there to celebrate? Because I'm failing this one thing right now, and you're telling me to celebrate things that are in the past. And she's like, girl, do you remember how you suffered like to get that postgraduate diploma? Like it was such a headache, guys. That year was, that's the year where I got 8% for a taste. So if you haven't watched or listened, rather, click the link below and go listen to that experience. So, things like that. And then I saw, man, I could say, no, girl, if you're gonna do that, imagine if I just failed that ITC, that first board. I was never gonna celebrate then, guys. And then the next thing is, guys, I've heard a lot of people talk about this next point that I'm going to talk about, right? That setting boundaries is very important, right? I didn't know it was this important, because now, I'm a less irritable person. I'm a less angry person, less resentful person, because I'm able to set some boundaries in place. And I'm not talking about like, because there's some people who just take it too far and they put like toxic boundaries in place. I just want to mention though as well that there's this thing where people just say things on social media like set your boundaries, and then you just do it overboard. There are actually people who need to set boundaries, like people who are people pleasers. So please speak to your psychologist and your therapist before you do these major change. I'm not saying talk to them about every single thing, every single decision, but some behaviors can be toxic. That's what I'm trying to say, and you won't know unless you go speak to someone. Because some people now, what the danger is, some people now are just cutting people off just because they didn't feel comfortable by something the other person said to them. And you might find that I was wrong and I just needed to take accountability, but because I didn't feel good, then I just cut them off. Matter, there are people who really need to cut people off because those people have been toxic towards them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Those people have been emotionally draining and things like that. So that's where I'm going with this setting boundaries thing as well, that some people take it too far to a point where, let's say your friend got into a car accident, and like it's a now thing, and they need your help now, and you're like, oh, I had a long day at work, I have to put me first. Like everything, you just have to put me first. And no, I'm talking about very reasonable boundaries to put in place when you're not feeling okay. Let's say maybe the friend has been opening up to you about something that is not urgent, if I can put it that way, right? I don't want to say things and people are like, oh, but what about that and that? So yeah, so something that is not like that urgent and maybe can wait a few hours. Maybe you just need like an hour or two. I can't answer your phone now, but can I call you in 2 hours? I have a friend where we've set boundaries like that. Like, she'll be like, can I call you later? And it's not to say now you can't be angry because they didn't answer your phone now but they just needed a moment to breathe before I come now and vent and tell them everything that's happening in my life. You see, it becomes overwhelming and a bit unfair for one person to take that role for you all the time. So I've realized that setting those boundaries has helped me to be a better person to my other people that I'm close to. Like, now I can be more helpful, right? I'm not a resist. So now when someone is asking me help and genuinely needs my help and not abusing my kindness, I'm able to help them instead of feeling like, oh, now you just want to use me again. You just want to use me. Everyone wants to use you. So it's not like that. So that's how it has helped me, like, to be able to set healthy boundaries. Like, I'm just and I'm so happy and grateful that I have friends in my life that I can tell them that I am right here, and then they don't take it personally, right? So yeah, that has helped a lot, and I think it takes a lot of years of practice. And another side of setting boundaries is respecting other people's boundaries, respecting your friends' boundaries and things like that. I used to get so offended when someone be like, I can't take your call right now. Like, yo, guys, I'd be an emotional wreck. And I'm learning to, like, just learning that, Yazzie, people can be there for you all the time. It's really unfair and it's not their role. Like, at the end of the day, you can't just put everything on one person. It's really unfair on that person, guys, because we're all going through a lot. Well, I'm not going through a lot at the moment, so but what I'm trying to say is people are going through their own thing, so you can't expect them to put you first at all times. You can't be the center of attention every day. You must also think about what the other person is feeling as well. It can't be about you every day. And I've also realized that Yazzie, you can't force people to like you. Like, that one was the hardest one in 2022 that I've had to learn. I think I really experienced that. Like, usually when I meet someone and they meet me, like, the vibes, they connect, or maybe I'm the one who's on the other side who doesn't like really like you. So I've never really felt it on my side where someone didn't like me as much as I did like them. So hey, a spiritual awakening, guys. It was so hard because I kept on making excuses for them, like, no, it's because, oh no, they're busy, because 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, actually, yes, yeah, I'm also busy. I also have things happening in my life, I also have other relationships that I need to tend to, but I can't just be focusing on this one thing. So you just realize that, like, oh, actually I was never a priority. So yeah, you need to accept that, guys. And I just tell you, and you just need to accept it. Like, there is nothing that you can do to tell someone to change, and they actually, unless if they really want to change. What I'm trying to say is that you can't change their mind. If abada, if they don't want, they don't want. Like, you really can't force them. And so how you see that someone is actually not into you is that you're the one always making the plans to meet. Like, friend, let's go there. Friend, let's do that. Even in romantic relationships, that happens, guys. You're the one always making the plans. Hey, you're the one always going to them. They never come to you. Like, and this is not for everyone. It's just when you're seeing other signs as well, and then there's this as well, and then what's high kesana. Just pack your bags and go, mtaka baba. And then so when you suddenly, like, when they need help, right, you are there rushing to them, making sure that, yes, you sorted, my friend, yes, you sorted, my person. But when it's time for you to get the help, I don't know how to describe it. It's like trying to guys, trying to push like a very huge rock on an uphill, and you're wearing flip-flops and it's raining. That's what it feels like trying to get help out of someone like that, right? It just feels so impossible. Like you will not get an inch of help out of them, because no, they don't see you that way. The way you see them, they don't see you that way, guys. And we just have to accept that. And another point is yeah, man, like you're the one always checking up on them, always calling, and also you're always making excuses for them, like the reason why they didn't show up to your party. Other things are reasonable. Like I said, you can't use one reason to make a decision for the rest, for your relationship or whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is that these are pointers that can point you into the right direction on the decision that you have to make, right? Yeah, but when you're sick, why they couldn't come, why they suddenly so it's like things work on their timeline. Like they only come to see you when it's convenient for them. So it can be confusing to make a decision, because you're like, oh, but they did this, oh, but they bought me ice cream, so maybe they were not fine that time. Guys, be careful now. Be careful, guys. Okay, and then another thing that I've been thinking about, I think this one is going to be a hard one to just really accept, the liking, the one where you like people and they don't like you back. It's really hard to accept, guys, but I think it's a very adult thing to do to just accept what sometimes you won't be on the same page with people, and it's fine. Just be grateful for the people who do understand you, who you click with. So yeah, I think it's very important. And the last point is that you need to stop making excuses for people mistreating you. I think it's just a follow-up to the liking one. Now you're making excuses for them as to why they haven't showed up to your thing. Sorry guys, if I'm looking too close to the phone and it's making you uncomfortable, sorry, but I just have to choose a struggle every day. So you'll see on some of my videos I'm wearing glasses. I chose to see. It means I chose to see on that video to see the points that I'm trying to make, right? And then on this video, I'm looking closely. It means that I chose what? I chose drip. I chose to look cute. Cheapy. Cheapy today. So I'm sorry if it's weird, and if you wanna laugh about it, please laugh. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. But today I choose to look cute. Anyway, the last point. So they will, if people want to make time for you, they will make time for you. A moment of silence for you to just take that in. They really will, guys. People make time for the things that they value. I'm sure you've heard this a lot of times, but I'm just here to repeat it to you and continue the Lord's work to tell you that they will make time if they want to make time for you. Like, you don't have to teach them how to come fetch you. You don't have to teach them anything. They will do it because they want to do it. Exactly. And then they will be kind to you. There's no need for you to find excuses to why they're being so rude to you. Like some people, maybe it's because they've had a rough past and now that's how they react. They are now rude. So now they must hurt you. What they must do is go to therapy, and then we can take it from there. But this thing of you guys just staying in friendships, staying in relationships, romantic relationships that are not good for you, it's not the one. Like, it's okay if we don't agree here and there, but if like major things, like basic major things, they're unable to come through for you, then I don't know what to say for you, my sister or my brother. And I think this is an important one, right? When they don't agree with you on something, let's say you guys are having an argument, they can be respectful enough to see where you're coming from and not try to make their point. Like, they can put their pride aside. Like I said, you can't just take this point as one point, but integrate everything and see for yourself, guys. So yeah, man, it's just things that I've been thinking about since I've considered myself to be an adult. Yeah, but yeah, man, guys, please comment down below. Do you think that after 25 things change, or it's just, I don't know, people have said that and we automatically think that we change? Do you change after 25? And what are some of the things that have been impressed on your heart that you feel like we need to take, that you feel like you need to take a step forward in that regard and not allow yourself to be played for a Popeye? Guys, in 2023, we're not Popeyes, right? Make good decisions, and even if we don't, God has given us the grace to come back to him as his father, right? We've all made mistakes, we've all been doing weird things, but God has just been so faithful, and he's such a good father. He's ready to welcome us with open arms, but also let's try not to abuse his grace and his love for us, his big heart for us. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this video. I mean, it is us because I have the Holy Spirit inside of me. But yeah, thank you so much for joining this video. I really appreciate it. If you're on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, all the podcast platforms, please rate the show and comment and tell us that struggle today, equip tomorrow is amazing. And if you're on YouTube, comment, share, like, subscribe. Please make sure to comment. Please comment, guys. Please like, guys. It really does help a lot. Like, it doesn't even cost you a cent. Please just click the button. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Hope to see you in the next one. I'll probably be wearing glasses in the next one because I had to see my guest when I had to have a guest. But for today, I was like, it's fine. Put the phone here, but y'all will see how cute I am. Thank you so much, guys. Love you and see you in the next one. Bye.